The remains of four Filipino oil workers in Libya who were abducted and later executed by Islamic State militants in 2015 have finally been located. According to the Philippine Embassy, their gravesites were found on Monday in the Dar Amar Islamic Cemetery in the city of Derna through the help of Libyan authorities. Embassy Chief of Mission El Mercato said since the oil workers' abduction, not much had been heard from them until 2017, when video footage of their execution was supposedly found in a laptop seized from slain ISIS fighters in Derna. Their bodies were not found. But in 2018, Cato said they were informed that the remains of the four could be among those recovered and later buried by the Libyan Red Crescent in various parts of Derna. The embassy explained that due to unstable security situation, it was only able to send a search team to the city in October last year. The OFWs, along with two foreign workers, were kidnapped by ISIS fighters who attacked the Ghani oil field on March 6, 2015. And we now talk to Philippine Embassy in Tripoli, Chargé d'Affaires and Head of Mission, El Mercato. Sir, thank you for being here on a new day. All right, can you hear me, sir? All right. Now, let's start with this. What leads were you working on in the search for the missing Filipinos? And how certain are we that these remains are, in fact, of those Filipino workers?
Well, actually, we have been working with the International Committee of the Red Cross for the past several years because I was made to understand before I assumed in 2019 that they were the lead agency in the search effort. And in October, we were able to go to Benghazi for the first time. And we took the opportunity to request the assistance of authorities here in the eastern part of Libya. And they gave their 100% assurance that they would help us. We knew from previous reports that the bodies could be in Derna based on that video that was taken from the laptop. And when we met with officials here in October, we asked if they could help us find the exact location where they were buried. And when we came back here last week, they told us that they were able to locate the gravesites. And we went there on Monday, and we were able to interview the Red Crescent volunteers who recovered the remains in 2015. And they were also the ones who buried them. And based on their descriptions, based on their accounts, they said they were sure that the 6 bodies that were buried in that cemetery in Derna belong to the 4 Filipinos and their 2 European co-workers. But of course, we need to be certain, and that's the reason why Libyan authorities are requesting the Philippine government to send forensics experts to be 100% sure that the remains that are there belong to our missing kababayan.
So, sir, are you able to tell us where exactly the remains are now?
Yeah, we have not exhumed them yet because the Libyan authorities want us to send forensics experts here first. And they said we must be 100% sure based on DNA testing that the remains that we would be bringing home to the Philippines belong to the 4 Filipinos who were abducted and killed by ISIS in 2015.
Sir, have the families been informed? And if ever, how soon will the remains be returned before the remains are returned to the Philippines?
We have been in regular communication with the families. So before I left Manila for Tripoli in 2019, I met with them and gave them the commitment that the Department of Foreign Affairs will exert all efforts to loved ones. And we immediately informed them as soon as we confirmed that the location was indeed at the Derna Cemetery. We're in coordination right now with our home office in Manila, and we have told them of the request of the Libyan government for us to send experts. And we hope we would be able to do this soon. And based on the estimate of the National Bureau of Investigation, which has formed a forensics team to support this operation, it might take about 1 week for them to finish the exhumation the identification and the repatriation of the remains. I wish to add that we are working with the Libyan Red Crescent Society in Libya and also the employer of the for Filipinos. Of course, they would be responsible for the cost of repatriating the remains as they were working with the company at the time of the abduction.
That's right. Sir, do we know if there are other missing Filipinos in Libya or nearby countries?
This would be the last case that remains open. When I came in 2019, we had those 7 seafarers who were arrested and imprisoned but were subsequently released. We had 3 engineers from Al Nahar who were kidnapped but were also released in 2019. So this would be the last high-profile case that the embassy in Tripoli is handling.
So hopefully this really does give closure to those families. Thank you for your time. We understand it is very late there in Libya. That was Philippine Embassy in Tripoli, Chargé d'Affaires, El Mercado.